let's say you walked into a house and there was a tall candle burning on the table, okay? And everybody looked at that candle and they say, well, I wonder how long that's been burning. Well, I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's do some backwards science. Well, you can measure the candle and say, oh, it's 7 inches tall. Nobody, the creationist or the evolutionist, is going to say, oh, that's not 7 inches tall, when it's clearly 7 inches tall. Okay, so when was the candle lit? Knowing that the candle is 7 inches tall doesn't tell us when the candle was lit. So let's measure how fast the candle is burning. Let's say we use a stopwatch and we watch it for a whole hour and we realize that the candle went down a whole inch during that hour. Now we have two facts. We have that it's burning an inch an hour and that the candle is 7 inches tall. So when was it lit? You still can't say when it's lit without making some assumptions. Well, how tall was the candle? Has it always burned at the same rate? I don't know. Also no way to tell you that. It's just an assumption. You can assume that the candle was 12 inches tall, which means it was burning for 5 hours, but you're making the assumption that it was 12 inches, when in reality, you don't know how tall it was. It's the same with carbon dating. So, with carbon dating, they're assuming they know what the initial content was. And they're assuming that it always decayed at the same rate. So obviously, we know there's things that affect the rate of carbon decay, and we know there's no way to know what was in it when it started. So let's just say that the Bible is true for half a second, and that the earth had a water vapor canopy around it before the flood. That would block out all UV light, which would prevent the formation of carbon-14. So if you dig up a fossil from the flood, it's going to have almost no carbon-14, and carbon dating is going to date it as millions of years old. When in reality, it was just in a completely different atmosphere.